What is going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome to the first ever Mission Recondition Franchise here on ESGNet LP. I am so excited about this series, you guys, because this will be a series that we'll actually get to sink our teeth into, get into, see the players, see some games, see some matches. We're going to also do a lot of simming on here. Now, if you didn't read the description down below, I will explain what this series is about. Now, I've also talked about this series many times, and there's different variations of this series with different sports. It's gonna, it's gonna fan out to other types of sports. Originally, I was gonna start this with the NFL series, with a football team, a local team of mine here. But then I decided, let's just go ahead and go with soccer. Let's do the soccer. I've been having fun playing the soccer games. And this series, like I said, it's going to be something. It might be a little bit like other people that have done a series like this. I know a lot of people like Mr. Hurricane's series that he's did on his channel with the NFL, and I decided to take his idea and then some ideas of my own in the series, and kind of now have it out to all sports. So the mission and recondition is. We have 5 seasons. 5. I think I said 10, but I think it was 5. But we might change that. But we really have a group. We have a set amount of seasons, which is 5 in this case, and we have to try to turn this team around. Now, if you guys remember, in the video or in the well, I don't know if it's even up yet. But this is one of the teams that I watched. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I was not a huge fan of soccer. I didn't follow it that often or that close, like most do. But you guys looking at the new head coach of Manchester United, as you can tell, the title says Manchester United, a devilish empire. Manchester United, when I remember when Rooney and so many others were on that team, I can't think Cristiano. All those guys were on that team. They were a powerhouse. Like, I remember seeing people, some friends from, I knew a couple of people that followed Premier League and stuff like that, and I talked to them about it and stuff like that, but I wasn't really into it like I am now. And I seen a lot of people wearing Manchester United, so I watched a couple of games. I'm like, wow, this is a really good team. Well, our job here, as you take a look here at the team here, our job is to try to bring back this team back to those glory days of winning Premier Leagues, bringing home championships, and so much more. So we have 5 seasons to do it. For every season that we do not bring back the championship, meaning the Premier League championship, we lose a season. So if we don't win in the first season, we have 4. If we don't win in the second season, we have 3. If we don't win in the third season, we have 2. And if we don't win in the 4th season, we have 1 more season to go. If in those 5 years we do not win a championship, and within those 5 years, the series is over with. That's it. We're done. But if we can win a championship, and within those 5 years, for every season we win a Premier League championship, we get to add on to a season. So that's how this is going to work out. Now, the max I'm thinking about is playing at least 10 seasons. So to do that, we have to get at least 5 championships. We have the first 5 years, we have to win 5 championships, and we can add on another 5 seasons to the series. So that's the deal. It's basically all sim based. It's default roster or default settings. I got the closest rosters to. Not the most updated. I just used the default rosters that came with the game. I didn't download anything else or anything like that. So if there's something different on here compared to what when it first came out, the game came out back in last what was it, August, something like that. It was out late because of the global bastard that was terrorizing the world. So if there's any changes, I do apologize, because I was trying to get the exact, players that were on the team when the season started. Now we're going to go, this is back to the 2020 season. So this is about roughly almost close to a year ago. and we're gonna play the season. Now we'll occasionally we're gonna play. I think I decided 6-minute halves, so we should be able to get 2 games in. Now, will those games be full games? Yes. Will those games be like highlights? Yeah, possibility. Will we be doing a lot of simming? Yes, we will. Will we be playing any of these games? No, we will not. This is all sim based. My job is as a team builder. You know, I like to build teams and stuff like that. If you guys are not familiar from my other series on my main channel on ESGNet, check it out. There's other, we have a team builder series on the NCAA, and we'll have more like this down the road here on this channel. But our job is just to basically sim the season, make moves when we need to, and all this and that. Now, this will be a live comp series. This will be my second live comp series. Well, I take that back. Actually, it was my third, but really truly my second live comp series that I started. My first one was actually the Rashad Bolden Road to Show, but I ended up turning that just to an edited series. But we're going back, and or we're going to go ahead. This is our second live comp series that we'll have. So you guys will see me watch the games in real time. You know, it'll be some editing, but for the most part, it'll be live commentary. So you'll be hearing my reactions and stuff as they go on. So I will go ahead and sim the preseason. I will sim that, and we'll actually first episode coming up, the first true episode. We'll get right into the Premier League and get into those games. Now I will say we will do a lot of skipping or a lot of simming in the Premier League games. For the most part, a lot of the games that we'll probably be focusing on are like the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and the UAF whatever thing, the Champions League Cup. So a lot of those games will, a lot of the European tournaments they have, we'll feature those quite often in episodes. And then of course we will target some of the bigger games. Of course the derbies with Manchester United or Manchester City, Liverpool games, Chelsea, all the big name teams there in the Premier League. So we'll see a lot of those. Now I'm not the best at knowing names and knowing teams and the history about them, so bear with me. It is a series that I've been trying to get at trying to the names. There's a lot of crazy names there in the Premier League, and of course a lot of the jargon in soccer I'm still trying to get used to and whatnot. And I've been picking up on a lot of things, but yeah, there you see the what we're doing here scouting wise. Now the manager is by the name of Brock Benjamin. Now I never mentioned who Brock Benjamin is because he was not supposed to be mentioned. Just the series is not, well, by the time the series comes out he should be mentioned, but he's actually a good friend of Mateo Morales' dad, who is Luis Morales, and they're actually good friends. They actually played in the Italian league many years ago, and now he has a chance now to play. And of course, he not very famous in the Italian league or anything like that, but he's very wealthy. He owns his own .com companies. He buys and sells. He has a lot of startups like that, and his dream is always to be. He's from Manchester United. He's born and raised there in England, and he wants to coach Manchester United. He feels like he can bring back the glory days of what he's seen when he was growing up. So we'll see what Brock Benjamin can do in his first ever coach managerial position. Now, he has been a manager before in the past with some youth teams there in Italy and also here in the UK. And now he's finally getting his chance here now to be in the Premier League, just like his good friend Luis, who is currently coaching as the manager, I should say, of the Wolves there in my Wolverhampton series there on the main channel. Definitely check it out. I'll leave a link down below and also in the eye up above. But yeah, he's finding, he's got a lot of he's got some coaching experience, not maybe on the professional level, but on the amateur level, the lower levels as an assistant coach, and of course youth academies, and other types of places around the world. I believe Italy, Spain, Portugal, France, pretty much in Europe for the most part. Even in Australia there, he coached down there for a while as an assistant. So he's very knowledgeable of the game. He knows what it takes to win in games. And of course, his dream was always to play in the Premier League. But just like Luis, just didn't have the talent to get himself there. But I guess now he got the talent now, as he can be. He's now being told, hey, we like what we've heard about you, and we want to hire you as the head coach, or why am I saying head coach? A manager. So as you see there, that was our objectives that we had to make, and of course we'll get into more about those a little later on in the first episode of what we need to do there, and for this to work out for us, to keep our job. And that's another thing. If we don't do so well and do so hot early within those 5 years, if we get fired early, that's it for the series. That's it. It's just one and done. We do what we have to do, and that's what we can do. So take a look here. We're looking at our scouting, and of course we're going to look at areas where I mainly focus on scouting. I'm going to talk more about this mainly in Europe, both in the UK and in Southern Europe, and of course we'll take a look in down in South America, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, all those countries, and of course Mexico, United States, and Canada. So we'll have 3 scouts, youth academy scouts out there, and like I said, there'll be some episodes where we may show one game, but we'll talk about strategies. So there'll be a lot of talk about strategies of what we want to do, stuff like that. So it's basically, you'll get a game in here. I'll at least try to put one game in there that we can sit down and watch. But depending on how long that game goes, like I said, 6-minute halves. If we show the full game, we maybe still be able to get 2 in there. Also, too, we could do a highlight reel like thing. I could do that. That I don't know. It might be a little harder to do. Might have to do a voiceover for that. I don't know, but we'll try different things for the series. But I wanted to do more live com because we can get more. I feel like we get more out of it if I'm simming. Of course, like I said, we'll be simming quite a bit. Won't get I'm gonna try to at least sim a month's worth of games, or try to get a month's worth of games in an episode. If not, there are gonna be times where we can't really sim the whole month because, depending on, we might be in a hunt of a game, might be a run for points, and we need points, so we want to kind of slow it down some. So we'll slow it up, speed it up, speed it up, whatever we can to get something, salvageable out of the series. So like I said, I'm hoping this will be a fun series. I have not really seen anybody on YouTube do this type of series. If you guys, if somebody has, let me know down below in the comment section. I'm always looking for, constructive criticism from you guys to help me out and to make the series more better, and so there's something you guys want to see. We'll also, I'll make sure we always see, we'll see some kind of stats towards the end of the month. So if we get to a episode where we're getting close to the end of the month, I'll show you guys what those stats are and what those players are doing. Of course, we'll also talk more about our development with our youth academy. As you see, we got a couple of youth academy players here, and for the most part here, the last 4 players there you see, I'm not too hot about. So there's a good chance we may end up dropping those players. That goalkeeper has a good potential. He has a nice high potential, so we may keep him. But for the most part, I think everybody else there, as you see there, we may go ahead and drop those players. Now, when I do sim this, when I sim the game, I'm gonna have to be careful how I sim, because There'll be a lot of times where there'll be a lot of messages that we don't want to miss. So I'm gonna make sure I keep a track. You know, when we're simming those, I'll make sure we get into those, and I'll let you guys know which messages are important in the videos there. So, like I said, it should be a fun series. I'm trying to find strategies and ways to do it. I've been I had a mock episode that I had that I was kind of working with and kind of figure out how editing this would work out and stuff like that, because I don't want the videos to be too long, but if they go over a half hour, hopefully there's some good content in there that you guys will get something out of and enjoy and be entertaining. But if not, then we can easily just change up the series to something else. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be live commentary. It could be, we can go do editing, or we can do a combination of both. I can do some live com and then some editing, some voiceover work afterwards. So, like I said, I'm very flexible on changing things as we go along here. So, as you take a look there, South America Continental Cup, there we're going to be in that right here. You guys don't have to worry about this because I've already simmed it already, and I will let you guys know how we did in there. Pretty interesting series of games that we seen that I played in, and it's pretty good games. So we've seen a lot of talent. Also, we made some changes to the roster too already. So like I said, this is, and I'll make sure I keep up to date with the roster changes like that in certain episodes. I'll give you guys a look at what changes I made off camera and stuff like that. But for the most part here, I think this is going to be a fun series. It's going to be something new, something unique, something that's going to be challenging for me, which I'm always looking for a different challenge and something different for you guys. And like I said, we're going to do the same thing, sort of the same things for the other sports and hockey, NFL, Major League Baseball, basketball, you name it, whatever team sports are out there. We're going to kind of do the same kind of series, but there'll be each series, each of those series will be something different, but they'll be somewhat, the same. So, same kind of format and whatnot with some subtle changes. So that's it for this episode of the introduction episode of the series. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this series. I know I will. I know I'm a big Rashford fan, so I'll be talking about him a lot in this series. And of course, we're going to try to build him up. Of course, we got some younger talent here that we'll talk more about in the first episode of what we're going to do and changes. And like I said, I already made some changes already to the roster. So some of these guys you've seen on there, they could be gone pretty quickly here. So already before the very first Premier League game, because we are in the transfer window, and I do have some ideas for what we need to do. Because there's a couple positions that we have a lot of players in, especially in the center mid. Got to get rid of some of those guys, and of course we need some help in the backfield there on the right side of the backfield there. So a lot of different changes, and we're going to try to make some moves here in this first month of the season. But yeah, we're going to sim, like I said, the preseason, and then get right into the Premier League, which will start I believe, in August. So we'll get to that first game coming up in the next episode. We'll do a quick show right now of all the different changes we made, and then we'll get into that first game of the season and see how that plays out, all coming up in the next one. So stay tuned for more here on the channel. I cannot wait to start this series. You guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for more of this series. Mission Recondition Franchise. The Manchester United, a Devilish Empire. Should be a fun series to go with. I cannot wait. So if you guys did enjoy this introduction episode of the series, hopefully you'll come back from episode 1 as we start this journey with manager Brock Benjamin. Should be a good one. I cannot wait. As always, leave a like if you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please also subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell notification so you guys will be notified of this series or any other series on the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Links are down below in the description. Check us out also on the main channel on ESGNet. And as I always say, wear a mask, stay safe, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.